The man known as Canada's Prince of Pot is back on Canadian soil tonight. Marc Emery has been released from a Louisiana jail after 4.5 years. He's been advocating the legalization of marijuana for 2 decades now, and in that time, his once radical views are much more mainstream now. A recent poll suggests 60% of Canadians support legalizing marijuana, and Emery is expected to get a kind of hero's welcome today. Our Mike Drolet reports.
Free again, home on Canadian soil after 5 years in American prisons. How was the last 5 years?
I guess it has a redemptive quality. I feel good. I feel good now. I did good things with my time. You know, I learned to become a bassist in a rock and roll band.
Much has changed since Marc Emery went to jail. Smartphones have become ubiquitous, skylines have evolved, and the pot landscape has been turned on its head. His hometown, Vancouver, has opened 35 medicinal pot dispensaries. And while Canada remains in a deep debate about which pot road to take, the U.S. has chosen. 23 states have legalized medicinal sales, and 2, Colorado and Washington, have legalized recreational use, with Oregon and Alaska set to vote on their futures this fall.
Let me tell you, so help me God, we are going to bury this prohibition next year in this federal election coming up.
Marc Emery opened his cannabis culture shop in Vancouver in 1994 and soon became known as the Prince of Pot. He was the face of the legalization movement, drawing the ire of the Canadian and U.S. governments and becoming a target for law enforcement. His store was raided 3 times, but he never received anything more than a fine until 2005, when the U.S. Drug Enforcement Agency finally had had enough. In 2010, he was extradited to Seattle, where he pled guilty to selling marijuana seeds to American customers, a crime most would get away with, especially today, but not the Prince of Pot. The police needed to make a statement and arrest him for something, and that turned out to be selling seeds.
And it always has been my destiny to overgrow this Canadian government, worldwide governments, and get rid of this pernicious prohibition.
Now, after he returns to Vancouver, the man who's been arrested 28 times for various marijuana offenses won't be taking it easy. He's planning a 30-city cross-Canada tour to loudly support the Liberal Party. He's also planning on spreading his legalization message internationally, visiting Uruguay, Spain, Ireland, and Austria. Donna?
All right, Mike Drolet in Windsor, Ontario. Thank you.